Hello children, let us start 7th class mathematics, lines and angles. Before going to do that, let us have a discussion about a small proverb. The proverb says, make hay when the sun shines. It's something that deals with a farmer's job. A farmer makes a dry hay after cutting it from the farm, from the field. So when he is cutting that hay, he should have the particular idea that sun is shining. The sun, when it shines, they have to dry the hay. Otherwise, when sun is not shining, when they cut the hay and keep it for drying, it will spoil. That means what, children? What is the lesson that we are getting from it? Do the work when you get the opportunity. Grasp the opportunity. In your life, when you are doing certain things, you will be definitely getting opportunities to do the things. But either due to laziness or due to unwillingness, due to some or the other reasons, we don't, we just overlook that opportunity. Once you lose the opportunity, you cannot get success in that particular work which you are doing. So, always grasp that opportunity and then do your work. That will give you perfection in your job. Let us come to the lesson. This is about linear pair. In page 74, you have got linear pair. What is linear pair? We have studied about adjacent angles, children. What are adjacent angles? Adjacent angles are those angles which are having a common vertex and a common arm. One arm should be common, vertex should be common. So linear pair is something dealing with that adjacent angles. So we will say that a pair of adjacent angles forming a straight line are called linear pair. Their sum is always 180 degrees. A pair of adjacent angles which are forming a straight line is a straight line. So if you have just a line like this, children, let me call this as A and this as B, and you have got an angle like this. This is C, this is point O. We know that these two are adjacent angles because they have got a common vertex and they have got a common arm. Now, these two angles sum, angle AOC plus angle BOC is equal to 180 degrees. That form, then you will get a straight line. Then these two adjacent pairs are called linear pair. Please copy this. Now, let us have exercise 5 in page 75. page 75, exercise 5 we are doing. In this exercise 5, the first one is you have to draw the following pairs of angles. You have to draw the angles. Draw the following pairs. It is like this, children. So what is the first problem given to you? The first problem is they have given one angle as 135 degrees and another angle as 45 degrees, and they are asking to draw them as angles as adjacent angles and check whether they are forming a straight line or not, a linear pair or not. So let me first draw 135 degrees. So let me take this as O and this as A. Now by taking the protractor, I need to keep the protractor here and 135, 130 here. This is 135. Here I am getting. So this is the angle 135. This is crossing this line, so this point I am not drawing, children. So that's enough. We need 135 here and then 45. When you are drawing 45, you have to keep a protractor like this. And then from 0 to 45 is here. This is 45. So if I join this, see children, let me call this as B and this as C. This is 45 degrees. I am not getting a straight line. Okay children, so we also know that 135 degrees plus 45 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, they form linear pair. So this is the first bit, children. Now let us go to the second bit. The second bit is they have given 90 degrees and 90 degrees. So you have to form 290 degrees. So I'll be drawing a line like this. Here O and A, and keeping the protractor here. So 90 degrees comes here. I'll be drawing 90 degrees like this. Now I need to get another 90 degrees, so I have to keep it here, children, and take 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. So adjacent angles he told us to draw. Adjacent angles means they should have single vertex and one arm as common. So you see children, this is B, this is C. I will not get a straight line. 90 degrees plus 90 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, they form a linear pair. do this, children. Use your protractor instruments and you do. Don't do just like that. Now, you have the third bit. Now the third bit, they have given 140 degrees and 55 degrees. So, let me draw the figure here, children. So, this is a ray O and A. Now, here 140 degrees. So, take this protractor and see, this is 140. From 0 you have to count 140 degrees is this obtuse angle. So this is OB 140 degrees. Now 55 degrees from here. From here, 55 degrees is this point. So, if I join this, see children, am I getting a straight line? This is 55 degrees. I am not getting a straight line. 140 degrees plus 55 degrees is how much, children? 195 degrees. Therefore, they do not form linear pair. They cannot form linear pair, children. It is not possible because we know that linear pair sum should be equal to 180 degrees, but it is not 180 degrees. It is more than 180 degrees. So, it will not form linear pair. Please copy. Now, the next problem. You have got a figure given to you. The figure is like this. And so these are the values given to you. And this angle is considered as 130 degrees and this is 50 degrees. Now, let us see the question. The question is, Niharika took two angles, 130 degrees and 50 degrees, and tried to check whether they form a linear pair. She made the following picture. She has given two angles measured. One is 150 degrees and another one is 30 degrees. With that, she has done this figure. 130 and 50 she has done. Can we say that these two angles do not form a linear pair? If not, what is Niharika's mistake? So here you see, children, 130 degrees plus 50 degrees, the angle that is given to you is 180 degrees. Therefore, they should form linear pair. The given picture, in the given figure, the angles are not linear pair. What is the reason, children? Because they are not adjacent angles. This is the reason, children. Actually, 130 plus 50 if you add, definitely you will be getting 180 degrees. So, it is definite that you will be getting a linear pair. But in this figure, they are not forming linear pair. What is the reason? Because see, 130 degrees angle is here, 150 angle is here. Though they are having a common vertex, they don't have a common arm. It is having two arms, it is having two arms. It should not be like that. That means what? The given two angles are not drawn as adjacent angles. So, these two are not forming linear pair here. Actually speaking, they are linear pair only. Because the figure has drawn wrong, you are not observing them as linear pair. I hope you have followed, children. Write down this. This is second problem. Now, the next part of it is vertically opposite angles. Let me write first linear pair. I should remove. It is in vertically opposite angles. How do you get vertically opposite angles? Let me first give you the definition. When two lines intersect, when two lines intersect, the angles formed, opposite to each other are called vertically opposite angles. Always they are equal in measure. So how do you get vertically opposite angles, children? When two lines, see, this is one line I am drawing and another line I am drawing. So let me write this as A and B and this as C and D. Two lines I have drawn. These two lines are crossing at a point O. Because it is crossing at a point O, you are getting 1, 2, 3, 4 angles. And these two are opposite to each other. These two are opposite to each other. So the angles which are opposite to each other are called vertically opposite angles. And always these angles are equally measured. So what you can say, what are the vertically opposite angles? How many you are getting? 2 pairs. What are they? First one is angle AOC and angle BOD. AOC and angle BOD. And the second one is angle AOD and angle BOC. These are called vertically opposite angles, and always angle AOC is equal to angle BOD and angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. Under any circumstances, this equality will not alter, children. Always vertically opposite angles are equal in their measure. So that is the definition of vertically opposite angle, and I have given you a figure and example also. Please go through it. Write down. The next part of your lesson is, you have got a figure given to you, children. The figure given here is like this. One figure is given. This is O and A, B, C, D, E, F. Now vertically opposite angles. What are vertically opposite angles? You need to write vertically opposite angles. What are they? You have to write. See children, every time to write angle AOB, angle BOC is a little bit difficult for you. You know that how an angle should be represented. I'll give you one small example. Suppose you have got an angle like this, children. Here O, here A, here B. That there are 3 ways of representing this. First way is you can call it as angle AOB, and the second way is you can call it as angle O, only the vertex, and the third way is you can give a number to it, number or letter or anything, and represent it like this. Any angle can be measured like this, children. Usually we use either this method or this method. We don't take this because in the forthcoming problems in your other classes, when you take this, sometimes these letters may confuse you to understand the concept of the problem. So in that case, even in the figures also, they will be mentioning a letter or a number to an angle to represent it. So let us have that. You should have this idea. Already you know it. You have done it in the previous class. Any angle can have 3 types of measurements. One is just like all the points that you have taken here, and second one is only the vertex, and the third one is vertex is given by a number. So I want to take this property here to know vertically opposite angles. So with AOB, I start here. I'll take this as 1, this as 2, this as 3, this as 4, this as 5, this as 6. So totally 6 angles are there. So first vertically opposite angle, angle 1 and angle 4. They are, see, these two are the lines. This is the point. So angle 1 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angles. And second one, see, these two are lines, angle 2 and angle 5 are vertically opposite angles. And the third pair, when you take with angle 3 and angle 6 are vertically opposite angles. So you have got 3 pairs of vertical angle. 1, this is 2, this is 3. 3 pairs of vertically opposite angles in this figure. Please note it down. Next. Now the next one is exercise 6. Now you have got a figure like this, children. First problem. A line is given and another line here and another one here. Okay, now this is O, this is A, this is B, C, D, E. This is the figure given to you. Name 2 pairs of vertically opposite angles here. 2 pairs of vertically opposite angles. So, what are those vertically opposite angles? You have to find out 2 pairs they are saying. First one, see children, when you keenly observe this figure, these two are lines drawn crossing each other. And this is another line that is drawn in the middle. So you forget about this. So what are the angles you are getting? Angle AOD and angle AOD and angle BOC are 1 pair of vertical opposite angles, and angle BOD, don't consider this. Angle BOD and angle AOC. These are the 2 vertically opposite angles in this figure, children. Write up. Now, let us see the next problem. Now the next problem, the second problem, you have got a figure like this, children. Now, this is here 160 degrees, X, Y and Z. Find the measure of X, Y and Z. The question is, what is X, what is Y, what is Z? Now, let us see the solution here. Angle Y is equal to 160 degrees because they are vertically opposite angles. As they are vertically opposite angles, see these two lines are crossing each other, these two are vertically opposite angles. So angle Y is equal to 160 degrees. We know that angle X plus angle Y is 180 degrees. See children, it's a straight line. This is the line that is drawn. So these two becomes adjacent angles. We know that adjacent angles sum is 180 degrees. So these are adjacent angles. Why did you write always in geometry? You need to write the reason why have you taken this. Because they have not given in the problem. But we are using. Why are we using them? Because we know the property. They have not said that y is equal to 160 degrees. But we are taking it. Why are we taking? Because we know the property that a pair of opposite angles are always equal. So out of that pair, if one is 160, definitely the other one is also 160. Similarly, when you have taken that x and y, they have a common vertex and they have a common arm. So definitely these two are linear pairs. They are adjacent angles you can say, and also we can write them as linear pair. Adjacent angles and they are linear pair. Let me write instead of adjacent angles, let me write them as linear pair. That is the perfect answer, children. They are linear pair. So they are not only adjacent angles but also they are linear pair. So their sum is equal to 180. You are getting a straight line now. So we will be calling them as linear pair. First thing, they are adjacent angles. Second thing, they are linear pair. That is why their sum is 180 degrees. So angle x plus 160 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So what is angle x? 180 degrees minus 160 degrees. So it is 20 degrees. Therefore, angle x is equal to 20 degrees. Now, we know that angle x is equal to angle z. Why? They are vertically opposite angles. Therefore, angle z is also 20 degrees. So, what will be your answer? You have got angle x is equal to, so we will say that your answer here is angle x is equal to 20 degrees, angle y is equal to 160 degrees, angle z is equal to 20 degrees. These are your answers. First you write this working out, children, and then you copy this. I have no space, so copy this first and this second. As I have no space to write on the other side, I have written here. Please cooperate and then try to understand. So this is the sum, children, second sum. Important sum, children, it is. Now, third one. Give some examples. Examples of vertically opposite angles in your surroundings. Let me see, its answer is, let me see. What are the examples that you can write, children? At least you need to do 3 examples. Have you ever seen folding tables? Folding tables, when you open, the legs down under the table will be always cross. So we can say that the legs of folding table This can be taken as one example. And second one is scissors. When you open the scissors to cut anything, you will be getting vertically opposite angles. So, the open plates of a scissor. A third one, you know that the letter X in your alphabet, it has got vertically opposite. These three are enough children examples. So with this, I wanted to start. First you copy this. So I will be concluding today's part. Afterwards, I will teach the next part.